Welcome to your full body yoga. This is a 30-minute practice today, moving through the entire body. So let's get started. And we'll begin standing on your mat with the feet nice and wide. Turn your toes out and then bring your thumbs to the inside of your thighs. Rest your hands on your thighs and start to sink down into the hips. So you'll lower, allow the shoulders to come up toward the ears. So just relax through the upper body and all the pressures through the arms and shoulders. So you can start to feel the hips opening and stretching. If you want to do a little gentle rocking motion here, start to open up the hips slowly and begin to bring in breath. So try to bring the breath in through the nose. And right now, see if you can keep it in and out of the nose as well. Then rise up, extending the legs, and then go ahead and turn the toes in toward one another. Just hinging at the hips, start to fold forward, and then round down and release. Drop your head down. Feel a pull or a stretch coming down through the spine and through the back of the legs. Now see if you can keep that breath going. So again, in through the nose and out through the nose. Begin to walk your hands to the back of your mat and start to sit back into your back leg. So sitting hips toward heels, you can allow the heel to come up in the back foot, and then walk your hands across to the front and sink back down to the front leg. So inhale through center, exhale to the back. Again, inhale through center, exhale to the front. And one more time, we'll come through center, inhale, exhale back. And final time, walk through center and sink into your front leg. Okay, then push the hips back up to center. You're just gonna turn and step up to the top of your mat. And from here, fold, round down into forward fold. So legs will be straight with just a tiny bend in the legs, the back of the legs, the knees, and then release your head down. Now begin to bend the knees, plant your hands on the mat, and then step back, coming to your knees so that your hips stay aligned over top of the knees, and then walk your hands forward, coming down to melting heart. So you're pressing the hips back, extending through the upper back and shoulders, and simultaneously try to press the hips and extend the arms or press the hands down to the floor. See if you can follow through those breaths, keeping it in and out of the nose. And then begin to walk your hands back with an inhale. Coming to all fours with your hands underneath the shoulders. Now drive your right knee up and in toward your right elbow, and then come all the way forward and step up and outside of your right pinky. So shift your hips forward, a big stretch through the hips. And then exhale, keep your right foot all the way down to the floor, but extend back as far as you can, straightening the front leg with the whole foot still on the floor. Again, inhale to come forward, press the hips. Exhale, press back and lengthen the front leg. One more time, inhale forward. Exhale to press back. Shift your hips back to neutral and then step your right leg all the way back to your all fours again. And now we'll come into the left leg. So bring your left leg forward and step up and out of your left pinky. Bring your hips forward into a stretch. Again, exhale, extend the hips back, keep your whole foot to the floor. Reach back as far as you can to stretch. Inhale to come forward. Exhale, press back again. Inhale, forward. Exhale, press back and extend. Then come back to neutral again. Release your left foot back. And this time go hips to heels. Push your hips all the way back and come into a child's pose. Lengthen the arms out and breathe. Now take a deep breath in. Tuck your toes underneath the body, and with an exhale, push into your hands, lift your hips up, and come into a downward facing dog. So you're extending up through the hands and the arms, pressing up into the shoulders and upper back so that you lift the tailbone, lengthen the legs, and then just try to release the tension that you might have through the feet and ankles, allowing the heels to come as close to the ground as they can for now, and follow with the breath. Now with an inhale, sweep your right leg up to the sky. Bend your knee now. So bend your knee, lift up to the sky, start to twist and open your hip. So really try to reach and press your right hand down at the same time. So push into the right hand, lift the right knee, open the hip, breath in, and then exhale. Come forward, bring your knee to your nose and step up to your right thumb. Now stay high or stay lifted up at the back toes. Release your fingertips, and with an inhale, rise up, bringing the fingertips up to the sky, sinking down into a crescent lunge. So start to bend into your front knee, press up nice and high through the back toes, and breathe. With an exhale, dive your torso forward. So start to lengthen the spine, but flatten the belly toward the front of your thigh, and sweep your arms back into airplane arms. So squeeze your shoulders, turn the palms open, and breathe. Inhale, sweep the arms back up, rise up. Exhale, dive forward, send the hands back. One more time, inhale, rise and reach. And with an exhale now, release your hands down to the floor. Step your right foot all the way back and exhale to a downward facing dog. Breathe in here. Now inhale, come up high on your tippy toes. Begin to round your spine. So push to the feet, round the spine, shift your weight forward. And then you can drop the knees here or come straight from the toes and exhale, lower your belly all the way down to the floor. Untuck the toes, bring your forehead to the mat. Then with an inhale, roll the shoulders back. Gently press into the hands, but just lift your heart forward. Settle in here to the back bend, so light pressure in the hands. Exhale, fold and release. Again, inhale, light pressure in the hands, lift the chest. Good, exhale, release. Now press through your hands, push to the knees, tuck your toes, and then lift your hips up nice and high, back again to your downward facing dog. Deep breaths in and out. With an inhale now, sweep your left leg up to the sky. Again, bend your knee. Start to lift and open, twist the hips, bend in your left knee, and really push down into your left hand. Deep breaths in. That's it. Reach and then exhale, come forward. Knee to nose and step up to your left thumb. Now staying strong in the back toes. Inhale and rise yourself upward. Inhale, lengthen and reach. Fingertips to the sky in your crescent lunge. Good, so settle into your front leg. Press up strong through your back toes. And exhale, dive your torso forward, belly again to thighs. Send your hands back and open. Inhale, sweep and reach upward. Exhale, lower, open the shoulders. Inhale again, rise upward. One more time, fold with your exhale. And inhale to a rise. One more time to crescent lunge. And exhale, now release your hands to the floor and step back and through again to downward facing dog. Settle in with a deep breath. And now inhale, rise up on the toes. Roll your spine forward, shift your weight, and then again, stay from the toes or drop the knees. And exhale, lower your belly to the floor. Now we're going to come up on our fingertips this time. A little bit more pressure through the hands. And this time, inhale, roll your shoulders back. Press in the fingers and try to go a little bit more pressure and lift a bit higher, opening up through the spine. Exhale to release. Again, just a bit more pressure through the arms to help you up. Inhale, press, rise, roll the shoulders back. And exhale again to release. Plant the hands back to the floor, push through your knees, tuck your toes underneath, and exhale back to your downward facing dog. Slow and steady breath. Now inhale, rise up on the tippy toes and take baby steps, walking your feet forward all the way up to the top of your mat. Or once again, you'll exhale, round down and fold. So release the whole body forward, find the length through the legs, and release. Now sweep your arms out wide, rise all the way up to the ceiling. Big inhale, stretch and reach, fingertips up. And now exhale, just bring your hands into heart center. Just gonna find a spot in the middle of the mat. As long as you have space in front and behind you, you'll be okay. We're gonna balance on your left foot first. So plant your left foot all the way down, push it into your big toe, and then step your right foot back like you have a little kickstand with your right toes. Begin to hinge at the hip first, so you have a nice flat back, chest pushing forward. We're going to hinge, start to tip. Now flex your back toes, straighten your back leg, and then we're going to inhale and sweep the arms up, bringing biceps alongside ears, coming into a warrior three. So trying to find length through both legs, kick your back heel back, breathe in. Now release the hands to heart center, rise back up, shake it out, and then right foot now will plant down onto the mat. So hands to heart center, tiptoe the left toes back, begin to hinge, lengthening through the right leg and the spine. Now tip, lift, left leg. Go ahead and reach your arms forward then. Try to stare at one spot that doesn't move to help you balance. And bring your hands back to center. Inhale, rise back up. Come to the top of your mat again. Big inhale, reach and stretch. And exhale, dive and round all the way down into a forward fold. Exhale, release. Now bring your fingertips to your shins. Give a little gentle press and lengthen the spine so you have a nice flat back. Exhale, then round back down. Plant your hands to the mat, and you're just going to step all the way back. Press your hips up. Exhale to downward facing dog. Now with an inhale, lift your right leg up to the sky for 3-leg down dog. Then exhale, come forward, bring your knee to your nose, and step up to your right thumb. Now drop your back knee down, so left knee. Keep pressing your hips forward. Going to bend the back leg, and now twist to reach around. So you're going opposite hand. So right hand is coming and reaching to see if you can grab hold of your left foot. Maybe if you have leggings or your heel, see what you can hold on to. Now press into your bottom hand. So left hand is pushing down. Roll your top shoulder open and see if you can pull your foot as you twist and breathe. So slowly let go of your foot. Slowly release the foot now and exhale. Bring your right hand back around. Pop up in your back toes and step back. Exhale to downward facing dog. Now we'll come other side. So inhale, lift your left leg up to the sky. Exhale, come forward, knee to nose, and step up to your left thumb. Again, drop your back knee, press your hips forward. Bend your back knee, so right one. Now up and over with the left arm. Big sweep and inhale. Reach back for your right foot. And then push into the right hand and twist and open. And then slowly again, release the foot. Swim your left arm back over. Pop up in your back toes and exhale. Step back. Exhale to downward facing dog. So just hold steady here. See if you can press just a bit deeper up into the shoulders and upper back. Lifting the hips nice and high. Then exhale, drop your knees down to the floor. You're going to sit your hips all the way back to your heels. Have the toes untucked. So hips to heels, toes untucked. We're going to take the arms now. Sweep them up to the ceiling, so big inhale to reach. Now exhale, tee the arms out. You're going to cross your left arm on top of right and start to wind the arms together as close as you can, maybe even pressing the palms together. So lifting now the elbows upward, pull the hands away from the face. Find that big stretch through your upper back and shoulders. And now we're going to exhale, start to curl forward, bringing your elbows to your belly, rounding your spine. Inhale now, lift up and open. Just try to elevate and lift the elbows as high as you can. And one more time, we'll crunch down and forward. And inhale to rise back up. Unwind the arms now, tee them out to the side. And inhale, sweep the arms back up. And we'll bring him back down, this time crossing your right arm on top of left. So winding as close as you can here. Pull your hands away from your face, lift the elbows. And again, stretch across your upper back and shoulders. Now again, crunch and round, bringing your elbows down to your belly. Inhale, open back up. And once again, exhale, crunch and round down. Inhale to lift. Unwind the arms again, big T out to the side. Inhale, stretch the arms back overhead. And exhale, release it down to back to the mat. So from the seated position, we're just gonna roll to one side, sitting with your legs nice and long now. So try to just move around on your bum a little bit so you feel a nice even pressure through the hips. You're gonna flex the toes and then bring your fingertips to the side. Onto the floor, press the fingers, lift the spine, and then start to push forward and hinge through the hips. Begin to now round forward, releasing your spine as much as you can, rolling and then reaching towards your shins or your feet or ankles, and just gently draw yourself down and forward. So allow your spine to fold forward and release with each exhale. Now inhale, start to roll yourself upward. Coming to the center of your mat, let your feet plant down to the floor, grabbing the backs of your thighs. Just slowly control your lower so you can feel your tailbone really pressing into the floor. And then as you release, go one by one, slowly allowing the spine to settle in to the floor. Your arms will rest down by your sides. And just take a few deep breaths in. Now draw your right knee up into your chest and let your left leg go long on the mat. Give yourself a nice squeeze here, pulling the right knee in toward the belly and then up toward your armpit on the right side. And then using the opposite hand, so left hand, we'll start to pull your knee across the midline through the center of the body and just keep pulling until you start to twist and reach the other side. I feel a big pull through your spine and hip. And then we'll just take the right arm and stretch it out the opposite direction, palm up to the ceiling. Really breathe in deeply into this twist. With each exhale, just allow the body to settle or release up a little bit further. We'll inhale, come back to center, pulling your right knee into your chest. And then we'll switch by drawing your left knee now into the chest. Release your right leg And then give the left knee a squeeze up and in. Again, the side of the body. Keep finding those deep belly breaths. And once again, we'll go opposite hand. So right hand to left knee. Begin to pull across the body. Keep rotating to feel the stretch through the hip and back. And now lengthen your left arm out, palm up to the ceiling. And breathe. And release. Once again, pull back through center and draw your right knee back into the body. We're just going to squeeze. So now see if you can get a bit tighter with the arms. Wrap as tightly as you can. And then we're going to pull the head up so that your forehead is coming to your knees and you're in this tight little ball. Breathe in deeply. Once again, breathe in. And out. One more big breath in. And then bring your hands to your knees and you're going to start to kick your feet back and forth as you exhale all the way up, rolling on your spine, coming up to a seat. We'll sit up nice and tall and just take a breath in here together. So sit up. Drop your hands down by your sides, and with a big inhale, sweep the arms up to the ceiling, stretch, and do a big exhale through the mouth as you seal your hands down all the way to your chest. Thanks for joining me today on your full body flow. Until next time.